Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop denies SPLA took part in Nasir attack. Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop has appeared before the court and rejected allegation that the Sudan People Liberation Army in opposition or SPLA planned or carried out the attack on the South Sudan People Defense Force or SSPDF in Nasir County in March 2025. Well, before we proceed with this latest update, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel and this is your first time, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video you can be notified. Let's proceed. The court case linked to the fighting in Nasir has continued with another hearing in Juba. Several people are facing charges connected to the event that took place during the fighting in March 2025. Among them is Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop, who has been presenting his defense before the court. During the latest hearing, he responded to several allegations presented by the prosecution team. The case has remained one of the most closely watched legal proceedings in South Sudan because it involved senior political and military figures. Many South Sudanese are following the hearing closely to understand how the court will examine the evidence before reaching its final decision. According to prosecutors, the attack on the SSPDF military base in Nasir involved force linked to the SPLA together with army use commonly known as Norway Army. The prosecution also alleged that many SSPDF soldiers were killed during the attack and that military equipment worth millions of dollars was destroyed or taken. These allegations form part of the charges currently before the court. It is important to remember that these are allegations presented by the prosecution and the court has not yet delivered a final judgment. The accused have denied the charges. The trial is continuing. While addressing the court, Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop strongly rejected the claim that SPLA forces planned or carried out the attack in Nasir. He told the court that the opposition movement did not take part in the assault. According to his testimony, the SPLA was not responsible for attacking the military garrison. Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop asked the court to distinguish between the SPLA and local army use operating in the area. This statement formed part of his defense as the trial continues. The judges will consider both the prosecution evidence and the defense argument before making any final decision. Another issue discussed during the hearing concerned whether Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop failed to inform the SSPDF command about the attack. Responding to that allegation, Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop told the court that he was already part of the SSPDF command structure. He stated that senior commander regularly receive report from military division whenever there are security concerns. According to his testimony, there was no separate military command that he failed to inform because he considered himself part of the same command system receiving operational update. This was one of the key points raised during his defense. Another important issue discussed in court was the role of the Norway Army. Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop stated that the Norway Army is made up of army civilians who operate independently. According to his testimony, those army youths are not under the command of the SPLA. He told the court that civilians, whether armed or unarmed, do not receive military order from the SPLA command. This testament directly challenged the prosecution's claim that the opposition movement was responsible for the attack. The court will continue examining the available evidence before reaching its conclusion. The court also discussed another allegation concerning ammunition. According to the prosecution, There were questions about an attempt to obtain ammunition before the Nasir incident. During his testimony, Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop acknowledged that another officer had offered to sell him 500 rounds of PKM machine gun ammunition. However, Gabriel Duop told the court that he refused the offer. He explained that military regulations do not allow him to purchase ammunition outside official military procedures. According to his testimony, he had no reason to buy the ammunition because military rules already provide clear procedures for obtaining weapons and ammunition. This explanation became another important part of his defense. The hearing also included discussion of evidence presented earlier by digital forensic expert. Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop told the court that the information presented by the prosecution and the expert did not prove that he was connected to the Nasir attack. According to his testimony, the issue mentioned by the prosecution had no direct connection to the event under investigation. The court will continue reviewing all evidence presented by both sides before making any legal finding. At the end of the hearing, the court postponed the case until August 3rd, 2026, when Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop is expected to continue presenting his defense. This means the trial is still ongoing. No verdict has been delivered. The court will continue hearing testimony, reviewing evidence, and considering legal argument before making its final decision. For this reason, it is important to avoid reaching conclusion before the judicial process is complete. Lieutenant General Gabriel Duop is not the only person facing charge in this case. Several other individuals are also standing trial. The charge include serious offense such as murder, conspiracy, terrorism, treason, destruction of public property, and crime against humanity. All of the defendants have denied the accusations brought against them. Under the legal process, every accused person has the right to present a defense and to have the case decided by the court after all the evidence has been heard. This trial is important because it concerns events that affect many people during a period of conflict. It's also taking place at a time when South Sudan continues to face political and security challenges. Many citizens hope that legal institutions will handle the case fairly and independently. A transparent judicial process can help strengthen public confidence in the rule of law. At the same time, many families affected by the violence continue to hope that the truth about what happened will become clearer through the court process. Well, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to take the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching. Let's meet on the next video.